Hey there, welcome to the Instagram challenge. I am super excited and it's been so fun watching all of you get added today. And so we've got 77 people on live and I'm watching the chat a little bit. Which sheet in the folder should we print? Did I give you access to a folder? Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. You weren't supposed to get that. Can I delete that? That's so bad of me to screw up everything already. I was supposed to share this. That's the one that we should print. Okay. And that other one that I shared, oh my gosh, I got to get back and find it. I am really, I don't know if I can delete that. Can I? I don't even know how to delete it. So just ignore that one. Okay. I don't think I can delete it. Ignore that one and just print out the other sheet. I gave you access to the whole folder. Okay, guys, see, this is kicking off just perfectly. All right, so welcome to the challenge. I am so pumped that you are here. We are going to learn a whole bunch about Instagram, and I'm going to be kicking you out of your comfort zone a little bit with love. And so I am recording this. I did hit record. I just need to make sure. Let me make sure that I hit record. Yep, I hit record. And you're going to get access to this recording later, you guys. So I have a feeling, because we've got a lot to cover today, that we may end up going a little bit over an hour. I always hope to go about an hour, but we may go over a little bit. But just so you know, it's all going to be recorded. Okay. So one school is going to win, and just if it's a drive folder, you can change your permissionless settings. Thanks, Laura. I just wanted you to print the one little document, and so I reshared that, everybody. One school is going to win $500. So just like my other challenges, who in here has done a challenge with me before? Okay, and Emily, thank you so much. Okay, we got a bunch of you raising your hand. So this challenge is a little different because I'm laying everything out on the table today, and you got 2 weeks to complete it. Okay, of you that have completed, did your Facebook page grow? Did you try new things, and was it like successful? You learned some new things? Yes, you absolutely did. So I promise you, you are going to do the same thing here. Just so everybody knows up front, this is going to be my last free challenge. I'll explain that later, because these challenges are still going to happen. They're just going to happen in a different location. I'll tell you a little bit about that, but I'm super excited to get started. So one school is going to win $500. So to qualify, we've got 10 challenges for Instagram that we're going to lay out, that were on that little sheet, right? Some of you are looking ahead already on all these slides because I sent them out earlier. So good job for you. So there's 10 things that I want you to work on. You have to complete at least 8 of them to be qualified to win. And what we're going to do at the end of this challenge is we're sending out a little Google form for you to complete, a little survey to tell you, yes, these are the challenges I completed. Here's what I learned. It's not going to take long, but out of those people who complete that survey, and we confirm that, yes, they did do 8 of the 10, that's who the winner is going to be. And that winner is going to be drawn on Monday, April 25th. You need to complete that survey by April 22nd. Okay. So I hope that helps. Explain or answer that question. Okay, you got it? All right, awesome. Now we're going to give away other prizes along the way. So you know me, I love to have fun and give stuff away. Our famous mug, that's going to be given away. Stickers. I've got copies of Joe Sanfilippo's new book. It's awesome. Lead from Where You Are. You need this book. I'm going to be giving away copies of that book. I'm going to be giving away our cutest little phone holder and our pen. So anyways, this is the way that you can win some of these. Okay. You can win them by showing up live for these Zoom sessions that are taking place today, this Thursday, next week, Tuesday, Thursday. Okay. Show up live. you're likely to win, or not more likely to win something. And then interact with the Facebook group that we've got going. Okay. If you haven't joined, we need you to join that. I already included that. It's been in your emails. If you haven't gotten any emails, I don't even know how you got into this group, but sometimes your IT folks create stuff from me, and that's challenging. And so anyways, interact with the Facebook group. And then I don't know if I know how to like lower there, I'm going to just lower everybody's hands again. And then we're going to give special challenges along the way, either in, that I'm going to tell you about in the lives or in the Facebook group. And so just be watching for those. Okay. Does that make sense? Your note said to share your Instagram for possible critiquing. Yes, you did that, Carolyn. And I've got somebody that I picked. And so that's awesome. So that's one of the ways that you can win already. So lots of other prizes beyond the $500. Okay, we're supporting you through this whole challenge. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get you answers within minutes, but we're going to help each other. And so whether somebody asks a question and I can answer it, or somebody asks a question and because we got some Instagram experts out there, if you can help answer it, we want to help each other. Okay, so this is our Facebook group that we've got going on. We've got over 400 people in the challenge. We only have 320 people in there right now. We got a few more that we got to accept, but we want you in here so that we can support you, give you ideas. There's probably going to be some additional training sessions. So we want you to join that. And then our 3 live sessions are going to be this Thursday. We've got a session all about reels. Next Tuesday, we've got a session all about stories and highlights. And then we're wrapping up next Thursday with any final Q&As. Okay. So those are going on your schedule right now. And I know that you can't all join live because you have real jobs, like you got real stuff to do. I totally get it. We're recording everything. Okay. We are recording everything. We've got this awesome printout that, again, I just shared, but I gave you access to another one. So this is the one that I think you need. Let me just see if I can get that. Yep, this is the one that I want you to print off because like in a few minutes, we're going to be going through your metrics. That is the one that I want you to print off. Okay. This other awesome thing is, and that's why I encourage everybody to sign up for this challenge, whether they're just coming back from Okestra in Oklahoma and really overwhelmed or not, or you're only in school a few days, you're going to have lifetime access to this training that I'm giving you. So, and I'm summarizing it all on one document that's right here that some of you are already in. So I got slides. As soon as this recording's over, I'm going to have a link to the recording. I got the tracking sheet here. I've got access to all of this. And hang on. We will get you. Oh, geez. I hope that I had everybody. Here is everybody. Here is a copy to that link. Okay. For this challenge. And then I'll share that in the Facebook group. Oh, look at all you popping on. Boop, 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 boop. This is fun because this is going to be supportive things in here and you're going to have access to this forever. Everybody love that? So it's going to be, I'm not super high tech. I don't have anything super fancy for this, but it's going to be like usable and you can link back to it. And if you want to share it with somebody else on your team, you can. Okay. So we want to make your life easier. So that's another thing that we're supporting. Yeah, I did share the slides and I've got those shared in, hang on. I'll share them right now just for you, just in case you, but the slides, just so you know, oh geez, the metrics sheet says access as well. Geez Louise. I have a friend Louise, so so you see how try to make everything perfect and it's just not, but you know what we do? Okay, it says you can't download it. I just tried to open it up again and share that link, Jess. So let's see if that works. Okay. Oh, yeah. For some reason, at first when I was opening up, so I downloaded it to my computer My printer's not working because of course my printer's not working right now, but then it would work. Okay, awesome. All right, so that's there to support you. Our winner is going to be announced next or 2 weeks from today, Monday, 4:25, 2 p.m. Eastern. You do not need to be present to win. Okay, no present to win, but we would love for you to show up because again, we're going to be giving away some other fun prizes and really recapping some of the positive things that have happened from this challenge. The great thing is you're going to learn things about your own page, but then because there's so many schools that are working on stuff, you're going to learn a ton from what they do. That's why it's like, I can't even promise what this is going to do for your page because I don't know yet. I always pray that what I say is going to work. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like I've been doing this a long time, but I don't know for sure. And plus you guys are going to take my ideas and then you're going to make them way more awesome. And so that's really exciting. The other note is just, it's not too late to join. After this session and you're like, oh my gosh, everybody in my state or every school around me deserves to be in this challenge, they can still join because they're going to be able to watch the recording and they still got 10 more days, 9 more days to do this. So please, any colleagues you know that do school communications, any school social media managers, please direct them to that page because they can still sign up. I just want to help as many schools as possible. So right now, before we start, and I'm going to jump in just a minute, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to social media? Okay, so this challenge is specifically about Instagram, but I want you to tell me in the chat bar right now, somebody's going to win a mug right now when they tell me their biggest struggle. Okay, Carolyn's is time. Who else? Engaging teens. Getting new followers, engagement, time and resources, analytic. Oh my gosh, you guys, it makes my job 24/7. New content. Holy cow. Okay. Emily, you're still on. So you're going to have Emily's going to help me pick a winner. And Emily, you're going to text me a winner. Okay. So just so that I can keep rocking, you're going to look at all balancing other tabs, trolls, interacting. Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. Okay, so Emily's going to pick a winner and I'm going to announce that pretty soon. Okay, so we'll get a winner for a mug. These kind of 6 things are some of the most common issues that I see. Time, you don't have enough time. You don't have enough content. Dealing with comments, Facebook changes, Instagram changes, LinkedIn changes, Twitter change, like keeping up with all the changes, just getting ideas. Oh, ugly people, Lynn, that's a really good one. Yes, there are ugly people. And then just this feeling of being in reactive mode. It's like you can't get ahead of it. And it is really frustrating because it's so reactive. Well, I have been doing social media since 2014, every day since 2014, and I've learned a lot. I founded my company, Social School for EDU, back in 2014 after losing my job. I was a single mom with 2 little girls, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I was so scared. Ended up having to sell my house and move in with my parents, which when you're 36 years old, that's not really cool. But that layoff was the biggest blessing of my life because I got to start doing social media for schools. I got to start doing something that I absolutely loved, which was celebrating the amazing things that happen inside our schools. My whole journey is a long one, but all of the challenges led me to right here, right now, which is, oh my gosh, I'm so fired up about helping schools around the world celebrate their students with thousands of people every single day. I'm a podcaster, I'm a blogger, I'm a YouTuber, and I got 1 husband and I got 6 kids now. I got a blended family of 6 kids. Okay. So why social media? Hey, we need to make the positive so loud that the negative becomes almost impossible to hear. Okay, that is really, really important. And I'm happy to report our first winner, Brian Morse. Brian, we're going to reach out to you. Okay, Brian, you're going to get a mug. Thank you for sharing your struggle. So we have all those struggles, but yet we know that there's a lot of positive stories to hear. And you guys, the negativity has never been louder than it has the last 2 years. But I'm telling you, there's still positive things. Okay, so this is powerful. Now, we want to use social media to celebrate your school one story at a time. But does it ever feel like this? Right? We are like going down the I don't know, level 6 White Rapids, and we are a little bit scared. That one guy's almost going to go overboard. He's really screaming. Some of them are excited. Sometimes social media is exciting, but it can be really scary. And there's a lot of risk involved in social media for your school. Yes, Gully on the New River. Yes, Kim. It is scary. Well, I want to just tell you, I am your guide down this whitewater rafting trip that we call social media. I want to be the one to help nurture you, to help you grow, to help encourage you, and to help support you when things get tough and you don't know what's going on. It's what I was really, truly born to do, and that's what I do each and every day. So I just want to say before we get started, I am going to give you at the end of this challenge a very special invitation to join my membership program. It's not required to win the challenge, to be active in the challenge, but what I want you to do is I want you to feel the shift that you feel in your soul throughout this challenge of getting excited about social media again, of being encouraged to try new things, of seeing things succeed, of getting inspired by other people. You really, through this challenge, you're going to feel supported. And the way to take that support through your whole year is to join our membership group. So I want you to know you'll get an offer that if you join before May 11th, our program is normally $795. You're going to save $100. You're going to get 2 months free, which is saving over $100. And you got the option to pay in July because most of you have budget cycles and you're like, it's not my budget, although we've got people signing up all the time. Some people even pay out of their pocket, which you should not have to do. Your school should pay for this. But that offer is going to be coming. So I just want you guys to know that that will be something we're going to share with you and we're going to invite you in. But no matter what, we're going to love you through this challenge and we're all going to grow together. And I know plenty of you that are in this membership program that'll be able to share a little bit as we go. But that is my special invite to you. So let's get started. Who's ready? Who's ready to get started? Okay, what's going on with Instagram? So many things are going on Instagram. This is actually a slide from my friends at Final Site. Okay, we got posts. We got stories. We got highlights. We got IG video that used to be IGTV, but it's not called IGTV anymore, but you can still do video. And then we've got Reels, which is like TikTok. Okay, there's a lot of elements going on with Instagram. And so many of you, most of you, said the biggest struggle that you have with Instagram is you're just cross-posting exactly what you're posting on Facebook to Instagram. And I'm going to love you wherever you're at. And I'm going to say it's okay, but we can do better. And we can do better with minimal effort because of what I'm going to teach you in this challenge. So first of all, before we get to the 10 challenges, I just need to go through some Instagram basics, get us all on the same page. Who can you reach? What do you share? And how do you grow? Remember, you're going to have all of these slides. Okay. If you want to take any pictures of these, and if you're on Twitter, you guys, I'm at Andrea Gribble right down on there. If you're learning something awesome, I want you to share like your mind has been blown out on Twitter and tag me and let me know. Okay. Because again, we want sharing is caring. Like so. Okay, who can you reach? What do you share? And how do you grow? Well, who can you reach? This again is a complex slide of all the channels, but Instagram, students, young parents, alumni, you know, kind of what you're sharing. And again, we're going to dive into this a little bit more because especially I'm going to bring up some stats that you guys may not realize, and we're going to dig into your own stats. But the audiences on each platform vary a little bit. This is all late 2021 data. As far as most social media channels of who's on there, it's YouTube, then Facebook, then Instagram. Then you can see how the other ones fall off. Okay, so 40% of adults are out on Instagram, 36% of men, 44% of women, and then you can kind of see some of the other breakdowns. It's important to see down here the ages. This doesn't go down to 13 to 18, but your analytics will. But 18 to 29, 71%, 30 to 49, 48%. Okay, 50 to 64, 65 plus, we can reach a lot of people. And then here are, look at this, worldwide users as of January 2022 by age and gender. This might surprise you because we always thought, well, we're just going to reach our students and young parents, but even the 35 to 44-year-olds and then even up to 65 plus. Okay, so there's users along the platform. Again, we're going to dive into exactly the metrics of your page. And then, yes, Tamara, what you just shared, your biggest age range is 35 to 44, which you might not guess. So this is good. So so who you can reach, we're gonna dive into that. This is some stats. What do you share? I want you to think about this, you guys, as you start and learn more about what options there are, what is a story, what is a reel, all of these terminology things. You know, when you think about what you share, you might just want to ask your audience. If you are trying to engage your students more, have you actually asked your students what they want to see on Instagram, on your page? Now, some of you, most of the examples I'm giving are from a district standpoint, okay? And note that some of our districts are one building, K through 12. That's where I started, and that's where I still do social media every single day. New Auburn, we got 300 kids, K through 12, and they're all in one building. But ask your students if you want to reach them. Ask your staff if they're on Instagram, what would they like to see? Ask your parents. Sounds so easy, doesn't it? But have you ever done it? And it could be in casual conversations. It could be some key influencers that you think of turning to. Sherry, we're going to go through detailed stats in just a few minutes. So what are you going to share? You're going to share pictures of students. You're going to share pictures of staff. You're going to share stories, which we're going to go through, which are reminders, polls, videos. You're going to share reels. We've got a whole bunch of ideas on reels. We are taking the fear away from that option on Instagram, and it's going to be fabulous. I can't wait to see what you create. We share videos. Okay. We can share all of those things on Instagram. Okay. And I'm going to share a lot of what you shouldn't share. And some of you, again, have boldly said, use my page as an example. So I'm going to share a few of those things, and you're going to clean things up, and you're going to be feeling really good about it. Okay. Really, really good. All right. And yeah, you only go through 8th grade. So only a small portion of your students are old enough, but they're on there. They're on there even if they're not old enough, right? They're saying that their birthday is some other time, and not saying you should try to engage them, but it's true. How do you grow? Okay, I'm giving you several things right now. And these aren't, maybe this isn't any rocket science, but number one, and this is the most important thing, you got to share great content. You got to share stuff that people want to see. Okay, you need to engage your followers. CTA, who knows what CTA stands for? Tell me in the thing. They're going to get a book. Emily, now all of these things are, it does mean call to action, but the first one that was really quick, see how you got to be quick on these things, guys, is Emily Hayhurst. Okay, Emily Hayhurst, you are going to get, so you got to ask for engagement. You got to ask questions. You got to, encourage people to comment, all of that. You do polls, and you create shareable content. All right. You need to promote offline. That's one of the things we're going to do. That's part of the 10 challenges. You have to promote offline, contests, newsletters, emails. We're going to talk about this. Okay. I'm going to give you ideas, but it's not all about growing online. You have to be promoting it. Any email. Think about your email signature for everybody in your district or school. What if they all said, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook? That's not that hard. Your IT team can easily get a signature set up for everybody, right? You should involve students. And that also is one of our challenges. If you want to attract and engage students, dude, they understand it way better than we do. So involve them. Okay. Use Instagram Reels. 10x'd my reach for Little New Auburn with one change. I've added Reels into my strategy. I used to reach about the number of followers I had. Now I reach 10 times that number, about 8,000 people a month when I only have 750 or 780 followers. Okay. Use hashtags. We're going to talk about that. Interact with your followers. Now, this one you have to be careful of because you got to make a decision of how much you want to interact, but definitely interacting with your followers, engaging in their content and then vice versa. It will get you some engagement. And then tagging other pages on Instagram is also going to help you grow, be seen by more people. So make sure that you know tag Instagram handles so you can tag those other pages. Okay. 10 things start right now. Again, we're already at 1:25 my time central. So it's going to go, I promise you it's going to go over an hour, but you guys, I'm laying out everything so that you have it. And remember, if you can't stay the whole time, we will get you the recording. Okay. So number one, and remember it's on that little printout sheet, not the access to my entire folder, but on that little printout sheet. Oh, I bet Emily, when I changed it, I changed the access to that folder, or you did, I bet then it changed the access to all of those other things. So we're fixing all that stuff. Analytics, because we're going to figure out, did we really get better? We're going to do the bio and the link in bio. We're going to add followers by asking offline and adding hashtags. We're going to archive some outdated images from your feed and make it look so much better. We're going to add 6 awesome photos to your feed. You're going to try IG stories. You are going to save some stories to highlights. You are going to upload an IG video, which is just a video, guys. It's just, you know, it's on Instagram, so it's called IG video. You're going to do a reel. Yes, you are. And you're going to try a student or staff takeover, student or staff. So that's because, you guys, Instagram doesn't have to all be you. Okay. So that is critical. So right now I want you to get on your Instagram app on your phone, and it's time to fill out your worksheet. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Jeannie, the difference between a video and a reel, I'm going to show you, but a video would just be uploading any video that you have, and it goes onto your, basically onto your grid, onto your post things. A reel is a separate spot and gives you a lot more capabilities. So the worksheet is right here. Again, you may have to download it first and then print it, but this is the worksheet. Oh, I gotta send that to everybody. Okay, there's the worksheet. Okay, I want you to print that. Yep, Insights not available on, just on your app. Okay, you got to be on your phone. Okay, so you're going to open up your Instagram page. You're going to go up in the upper right hand corner and you're going to hit the hamburger. That's what I call it. I think Melissa McConnell out of Missouri called it that first. So go up to the hamburger menu. Okay. You're not going to be able to get everything in Creator Studio, guys. So please make sure you're going into your Instagram app. Okay. This is your Instagram app, not Business Suite, not on Creator Studio. This is on your Instagram app. Okay. You're going to go to Insights. Now, some of you might say right now that you don't have Insights. That means that your page is not set up as a business page, or it's called a professional account. So in that case, you're going to have to go into settings, and then you're going to have to go all the way to the bottom, and you're going to have to change the type. So is anybody in that boat? Do you not have Insights when you go to your 3 things? Because if you don't, you're going to go to settings and you're going to go down to account, and then you're going to scroll down to the bottom. Yep, a bunch of you are. So listen to me, everybody. If you don't, you definitely should have a hamburger menu if you're on your Instagram page up in the upper right hand corner. Okay, if you don't have Insights as one of your tabs, you're going to go into settings. You're going to go into account. You're going to go all the way to the bottom, and then you're going to go to switch account type, and you're going to switch it to a business account. And actually everybody, because of Reels, well, it's going to be a business account or a creator account is what you want. When I go under Reels to get access to all of the sounds, you need to have a creator account. But if you're linked to an outside posting system like Hootsuite or Agora Pulse, it won't work if you have it as a creator account. So if yours is a professional account, that's great. That's what it needs to be, or a business account, or even a creator account works for Insights. Okay, guys. So you got to be set up as a business, professional, or creator. See, Instagram changes all the time, and so it's changing all these things. Okay. When you have available, then you're going to go into Insights. If you can't do this right now, you're going to have to come back and probably rewatch this and make sure that you can make these changes so that you can record these numbers. Okay. Okay, it is telling me that I can switch back to business account anytime. Yeah, you can switch back to an account type, but business account and professional account should be the same thing. Okay, once you get into Insights, guys, up on the upper left-hand corner, it says last 7 days. I want you to look at last 14 days, because what we're going to do in this challenge is we are going to look at how did you do over the last 14 days. And then at the end of the challenge, we're going to look at how you did in those 14 days, and we're going to see the difference. Is this Andrea Gribble crazy? Did what she tell me to try to do actually decrease or increase my engagement and all of that? Okay. Yes, Terry, if your options are to switch to a personal or creator, you already have a business account. That's a great question, Terry. So if you, and if you already have Insights, if you have Insights available right now, you guys, you don't have to worry about what account type you have because you're already there. Okay. So grab 14 days. And then I need you to record on your little sheet of paper accounts reached, accounts engaged, and total followers. You got some percentage amounts there. Don't worry about those. Your accounts reached in this case is 3607. Accounts engaged 139. Total followers 791. Okay. Everybody following me so far? How many accounts have you reached in the last 14 days? Somebody type me in a number. Holy cow, look at these numbers flying. You guys are so good. I love this. This is awesome. This is, by the way, is way easier than, okay, so Julia Mitchell, 11,700. You're doing something right, Julia. You're getting a mug. So I'm going to be reaching out to you guys to get your mailing addresses. Okay, so that's awesome. Thank you guys all for sharing. Okay, so there's those numbers. Okay, now we're going to go into, see that little arrow by total followers? You guys, this has so much data, and some of you are like data nerds. You guys data nerds like me, right? Oh, Julia, because you're in the membership group. So we've been working on some of this stuff, haven't we? Okay, so hit that little arrow. And then we're going to open up the analytics for your followers. So this is just your followers. So I want you to scroll down. You're going to see like what cities you're in. And I'm not going to have you record those percentages. But what I want you to look at is your age range for all. So I want you to record what's your 13 to 17 range, 18 to 24, 25. So they should be broken down like this. Okay, I want you to write down all those numbers on your sheet. If you, for some reason, can't write down this right now, you can come back and do it later. You can also write this out on your own sheet of paper, but I did have Allison, my awesome graphic designer, create that sheet. If you have less than 100 followers, there'll be no info available. Okay, good observation. So your goal, Mrs. J, will be try to get up to 100 followers. I guarantee, Mrs. J, if you sent out a message to everybody at your school or did a loudspeaker announcement, if they let you, and say, hey, everybody, we need you to follow this Instagram page, you will get up to 100 followers. Mrs. J, you can also, if you want to share your page right now, I bet all of us would be willing to go in and follow you so you can get some stats, wouldn't we? We can help you out. So everybody who needs more followers, post it here, but then also post it on our Facebook group. Okay. So what I want you to do is go into that Facebook group. Where is it? So many tabs. Okay. Anytime you guys, this is an awesome place. You're going to just say, hey, help me get 100 followers and post a link to your Instagram page and we're going to help you. Okay. So I got to keep going right now, but I want you to do that. We're going to help each other out. Okay. So largest group 35 to 44. My largest group, look at that, is also 35 to 44. Isn't that amazing? Okay. So those are our age ranges. Then next is the male and female. So I want you to write down the gender and then just pay attention to your most active hour. I don't think I asked you to write that down. Pretty much if you look at every day of the week, they're all pretty much the same. But we get a little bit more activity at night, and just keep that in mind. Okay. Keep that in mind. And yes, 73% women, 78% women. It's a lot of women. It's a lot of women. So that is really interesting, but that's important. Okay. Because you know who you're trying to reach then. Maybe a lot of those, if your biggest age group is 35 to 44 and most of them are women, who are you reaching? You're reaching a lot of moms. You're reaching a lot of Andrea Gribbles, because I'm 44. I'm barely still in that age group, but I am right now. And they are looking for pictures of the students, right? Okay. So then after you've recorded that number, then you're going to hit the accounts reached. You're going to hit that little arrow. So you're going to go back, you're going to hit that arrow. And then we're going to, you can pay attention. I don't know if I necessarily asked you to write this down. I think you should write this number down. I think there's a little spot for it. This is who your posts actually reached. Now I am betting that most of you, if you're not using Reels, I'm betting you don't have 396 followers and 3211 non-followers. If you're not using Instagram Reels yet, I'm betting that your followers are probably almost all followers versus non-followers. Can tell somebody who's not using Reels, can you comment on that and let me know what your followers versus non-followers are? Type that in. Okay, good. So, and we're going to watch that completely flip. Now, Haley, what are you, I noticed a big number. Are you using Reels? Maybe you are. It's so hard to follow all of you. This is awesome, by the way. Okay, so we're going to flip that a little bit. And then I want you to write down which content is reaching the most people. So you can see my Reels reached over 3,300, posts 663, which is pretty accurate. It's going to pretty closely match how many followers you have. Okay, and then videos and stories. Those should be the different categories that you have. And luckily on my page for New Auburn, I have all of those categories. Okay, so in this, Haley, okay, awesome. Good job, guys. All right. And then the last three numbers are impressions. This is just further down. So keep scrolling down. Impressions, profile visits, website taps. I don't know if I'm going to be able to help you get website taps, but we're going to see. Where do you find content reach? So you're going to find it. Oh, hang on. Content reach is going to be once you go into the 14 days, right? Accounts reached, you're going to hit that little arrow. And then you're going to be able to scroll down and get these numbers. Okay, awesome. This is great. Isn't this fun? Okay, what's really going to be fun is when we come back and do this at the end of the challenge. So that's what I want you guys to do. Now, I'd love it for you guys today. And actually I'm going to give away a mug to someone that after this, I want you to take a picture of your printout with your data written down, all your before numbers. Okay. I'm going to post in the Facebook group. So just wait until I do, but I'm going to say, all right, everybody, show me your beginning numbers. You're going to post a picture of this. Somebody's going to win a mug for that. And that's just, hey, we're going to see that. If you don't see website taps, it's okay. Maybe some things are different. And maybe you don't have it if you don't have any. Maybe, you know, and I only had 2. So it's, yeah, Sylvie, it should be your link in your bio. What's your number, Sylvie? I don't want the picture of your impressions. I want a picture of your worksheet filled out. Okay. And yours is 3. So you've had them. Okay. So if you don't have website taps and it doesn't show up for you, just put 0. Everybody. Okay. All right. That's number 1. Those are your analytics. Okay. Number 2 is your bio and your link in bio. And this is going to be another easy one. You probably could do this today, because isn't it fun to check things off? And that's what page 2 of that printout is, so that you can check off these challenge items as you go. Okay. And again, if you've got additional questions, we got you, but we got to keep going today. So I'm going to hang on after this gets done for as long as I need to ask questions. Okay. So you can ask questions. Okay. This is my bio right now, or was my bio. You know, New Auburn School District provides all students opportunities for success in a safe, comfortable, community-based environment. # New Auburn. I've got my link tree, which I'm going to explain to you in a minute. Okay. So few things that I need you guys to know about Instagram. We want to make your bio pop with some helpful suggestions. So I don't want you to think that this is what you want. I'm going to show you a different example. So we're going to give you some helpful suggestions, and then you're going to make it even better, which is what I love, because you guys, you know how to do this even better than I do. We also need to realize that in Instagram, links do not work. You cannot post and auto post from Facebook to Twitter or Facebook to Instagram with a link in the photo in the caption and think that it's going to work. It doesn't work. And you guys, nobody's going to copy it and paste it into a URL, because we're all looking at it on our phones and we are lazy. Everybody's lazy. So yes, you need to use something like Linktree, link.bio. I'm going to give you a bunch of examples, and I've got some resources to help you, and you're going to be able to set this up. Okay. Yeah, it drives me crazy when people see that. And so that's why, and isn't it funny, you guys, sometimes on even big brands, they'll say their Facebook page will say link in bio. Well, sometimes they give the link and then they say link in bio, because why? They're cheating. They're doing both at the same time. And I don't want to say they're cheating. They're saving time. So they're putting them both on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. But if you ever see both the long link that works in Facebook and link in bio, which is what you need for Instagram, that is why. Okay. You can post links in stories now. Yes, you can. And you don't need 10,000 followers, and it's awesome. We're going to show you that as well next week when we talk about stories. So instead, you point people to the link in your bio. Basically, it's another website or an app to share multiple links. So I just have my daughter texting me, because that's what 14-year-olds do. So first, I just want to talk about your bio. You can use Emojipedia, which allows you, if you're doing this on your desktop, allows you to put in emojis. Location, mission, vision, school colors, your hashtag. Those are things you're going to want to think about using. And again, this, you can actually edit your profile on your desktop if you want. Okay. Or you can do it on your phone. This is what I changed mine to. And this was really inspired by Kimberly Snyder out of Hempfield. Kimberly, I don't know if you're on. Janine, yes, links on stories is brand new, and it's awesome. But check this out. We use the little location tab to say we're in New Auburn, Wisconsin. We got the little school emoji, and that's kind of our mission, which I had to shorten because you only get so many characters. Then I used our school colors in the hearts, and then I used our hashtag. Now, isn't that a little more readable, a little more fun? I think that's way more fun. So I do want you guys to, I want to challenge you. What does your bio say right now? And what could you change it to so it's a little more exciting? One of the things, by the way, that isn't part of this challenge, but I want some of you to look at it is, what's your profile picture? See mine there, the Trojan head? Pretty much fits. It's not all in there, but it's pretty much fits. Some of you guys are using a logo that does not fit in that circle. It should also match all of your other social media profile pictures, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, anything else you use, because branding, you want people to recognize your page. And so that's really important. So pay attention to that too, because some of you need to work on the profile picture. But that's your bio, and then link in bio. So Sylvie was just talking about this. She has linkedin.bio. And she's able to really customize that. Basically, again, what it is you are just directing them to a spot that's basically a link to a website that's going to have a whole bunch of links on it. So this is clickable, you guys, and this is available on the little summary recap sheet. You're going to be able to watch how to do this, okay? You can use link in bio with Linktree, and yeah, this is Linktree. So this is an example of Reedsburg. You can customize it with your logo there, and you can put, hey, we're advertising for, frequently asked things that you want to lead them to, your website, Skyward information, student calendars, join our team. And then of course, if you have anything special going on that you want to direct them to, you're going to want to add that. Open enrollment, kindergarten registration, a fundraiser form that you want people to volunteer for. You can change these things up, okay? So, and you can add, yes, you can add icons to everyone now. So let's just see, this is Amanda's. Look at that. So she's got some FFA shirts. She's got a blood drive. She's got an online portal. So these are really good ideas for you on what you can add. And that's icons is with Linktree. Okay. So that's super cool. And then there's lots of other ones, and Linktree is totally free. Of course, you can buy it too. So we got lnk.bio, we got Shoreby, we got Tap Bio. You don't need all of these. You need to pick one, just one of these to use. Okay. And what are you going to use? Those links we just showed you: website, calendar, lunch menu, job opportunities, student system for your grades, commenting guidelines, social media commenting guidelines, put those in there. And then of course, unique links you need for current posts. Yeah, Linktree is an app. You can just go right on your website and just type in Linktree. And then it'll pop up, and then you'll be able to register for free and get that set up. Okay, Claire? So great. Keep sharing some ideas that you guys have with each other, but you can use any one of those you want. Okay. And this will be awesome. And Brian shared his right now. This is what this link bio does. It makes it look really cool. So that's like what Sylvie uses. And Brian, that's free, right? I'm pretty sure this is free. So that's really awesome. So you might want to, it's a small charge. Okay. So this one's going to cost you $20 a year. Super cheap compared, the nice thing about this is this picture matches what he had on his Instagram page where he needed to refer to that. So if he's got any of these things, I don't know if it's going to come up, but it'll look the same as what it looks like on here. So when you go to it, then you're going to be able to recognize it. Okay. Oh, this is fun. Are we doing good? Is everybody doing good? We're following. Okay. We're to number 3, add followers, ask offline, and hashtags. I got to get some water. We're going through a lot. Most of you are still hanging on. I love you guys. I'm so excited to see you guys make some changes. Okay. So one thing, what school was that last example? He listed it. It's Eastside Catholic School. Oh, you didn't post it for everybody. Hang on. There you go. There it is. To grow followers. You guys all want to grow followers, right? And we're going to give you some things inherently that you're doing on Instagram to do that. I want you to ask offline. and I want you to use hashtags. So you guys, talk to students and student groups at your school about following your page. Okay. So I want you to actually make an announcement and say, hey guys, we're in this cool Instagram challenge against schools around the world, and we got a chance to win $500. And if you follow our page, we might be one of the winners. Okay, it's not the only thing that obviously is going to qualify you, but it's use this challenge as an example. Email out to your staff. Maybe you even email out to all your parents and say, you guys, we are really growing our Instagram page. How are you following us yet? Please click here because we're in a contest right now. Okay. So that will be awesome. Stephanie, changes are gonna not, they should show up right away as far as if you share, change anything on your link in bio. You need to let staff know about the contest, ask them, send out an email, get creative. Okay. Just get creative right now about growing your followers. I'm pushing you out of your comfort zone. This one's easy. I'm not asking you for any technology. I'm not asking you to do a dance on Reels, nothing. Pre-K through 8 probably should only ask the students that are old enough, right? So yes, Gina, but ask your staff, ask your teachers, okay? Ask your parents. So definitely do that. So awesome. And then hashtags. So hashtags, oh my gosh, aren't they overwhelming on Instagram? Hashtags really can help you attract new followers to your account, but think about who you really want to follow you. And all I'm going to tell you is you shouldn't really worry too much about generic hashtags that are used by millions of people. Even Motivational Monday or School Pride, they're so popular, and some of them may actually attract some bots. So instead, use hashtags that relate to your targeted local audience. Think, what would people search for? And use those local keywords as hashtags. Think your hashtag city name, hashtag state, hashtag local reference, hashtag, and of course your school hashtag as well. Okay. Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday, you can use that, Tyler, but it's probably not going to attract a whole bunch of new followers to you. Again, there's a chance for bots to grab you, but I wouldn't be overly worried about that. But just know, don't stress about adding those hashtags because it's not going to help add a bunch of quality followers to your page. You want people that are, really worldwide audience, great, going viral, awesome for the right reasons, right? Because sometimes we go viral for the wrong reasons. But again, think about the quality of followers that you want. How many hashtags are too many? Well, if you're over 30, I would say for your school, for the most part, you're probably not going to go over 5 or 6 hashtags. And because you don't need to, because you're not, it's more about the content you share in that specific audience you're trying to reach. I would post them at the end, usually is where we post those, unless you're using it within your text of your post. Great questions. But yes, you hashtag in, hashtag in your post instead of your comments. And Emily, you guys, is my marketing gal. She's an expert in some of this. So Instagram recently said that using it first in the comment is no longer searchable. So that's really key, because then they won't be able to find it. You're so good, Emily. Thank you so much. All right. Archive outdated images from your feed. Okay, we're almost halfway done with the list, and we're going strong. Okay, so you have the ability to archive outdated images from your feed that no longer serve you. I'm going to lovingly share Valerie Kaufman's page. Valerie, you're winning a free mug for being so brave. But I'm going to show you some examples of stuff you're going to want to get rid of. But what I want to tell you is that, and that's okay, Mariah, if you have to hop off, on your Instagram app, okay, you are going to go in and you're going to click, you're going to get out of your analytics. You're going to go to a post that you want to archive. So actually just go to any picture right now on your Instagram feed. Up in the upper right-hand corner, there's 3 dots, and that second one down is archive. What that means is it's going to archive from showing up on your feed, but it's not disappeared forever. Your analytics are still there if you ever wanted to bring it back. They are not searchable. They shouldn't be searchable by followers. And you can find them by actually, when you're on your page, when you go to, remember where I showed you where you go to Insights, that hamburger menu, there's actually a spot that says archive. And then up top, there's stories archive, posts archive, and live archive. And yes, you are exactly right, Christine. We want to get rid of posts like snow closings. And then, yeah, anything time sensitive. But I'm going to tell you guys, you should not be posting time sensitive things on your Instagram feed. They should go to stories. Stories only live 24 hours, then you don't have to worry about taking them off your grid. So my belief and what we abide by is we don't post that stuff to our feed. We post it to Instagram stories. Why archive it? Because sometimes your pages, let's see if I can hang on. First of all, Robin gave me her page as an example of a bad one, and it wasn't good because this is all good. Look at this page. It's all pictures of kids. Okay. Now I want to lovingly share, because she was super brave, Valerie's page. Okay. You guys seeing this? So here's Valerie's page. She's going to up her game on her bio and all of that. This is her page. Okay. I'm scrolling back, and do I care really about the mini Olympics that are on April 1st anymore? I can't go. I mean, some of these pictures are awesome of these kids, but it's all lost. I just feel overwhelmed. A lot of these pictures don't fit. They're not square, so you can't read them. So I don't want you posting that kind of stuff. So I want you to go back, and you're going to learn a lot about stories. Your stories show up here or across the top, and just give me time because we're going to talk, Alicia, about stories. Your feed, your posts are what shows up on here when somebody goes to your page and they look at your page like this. Okay. I would definitely archive holiday posts if it's just Merry Christmas or Happy Easter. Again, I wouldn't post those things in the first place on your page. I would post them to stories because then they only live for 24 hours. And you guys, some people, all they look at is stories these days. They don't look at your feed. So that's why we want to really encourage you to use Instagram stories. But so what I'm challenging Valerie to do is to look at these types of items that don't fit well, that are past due, and I want you to archive them. Now, this is a video, and so I don't know if you necessarily want to get rid of that or not, but you can remove it at least from your feed, and it still should show up with your videos, okay? National Principals Day. If you're celebrating with a picture, you can sure do that on here. But I'm going to show you some examples of things that look better than others. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to archive some of that stuff, because hopefully Valerie's going to do this soon, and we can look at her page like a before. We're going to look back at this recording and say, this is what it looked like before. And then this is what it might look like now, where it's mainly pictures. Okay. Look at that. There's one on National School Counseling Week. I would probably take that off. Again, you could put that on stories, although it does look like we've got some pictures of some videos on there too. So there's no like hard, what I want to tell you guys with love is don't worry about having this super fancy, amazing grid view that always looks perfect. Don't stress about that. But you do want to share things that look eye-popping, that aren't cut off and all of that. Okay. So again, I'll get back to some of your questions later. Hang on after this call, and we'll make sure you get your questions answered. Okay. Challenge number 5, add 6 awesome photos to your feed. Okay, so this is 6 incredible pictures, very light in color. I think these might be from your page, Sylvie. I'm not sure. She's really got a good page, the ICS Budapest. So we want the challenges, go out and get 6 pictures and add them to your feed. Okay. And Brian, I love that. Yes, that's your page. Brian, I love it. And again, Valerie, like, I love you for sharing your page. I could have picked almost anybody out of the 30 or 40 people that wanted their page, because I'm like, oh gosh, I got to go find, you know, some pages that need improvement. Everybody's page could use improvement, right? Including mine. I am not perfect. Nobody is. We're just trying to get better. Okay. So I want you to add 6 pictures. Pay attention to what's shown. A child working on a little art project or project at school, music, looks like a volunteer activity, technology, a fun dress up day. Okay, here's some pictures from mine from first day of school. These make really nice posts. And instead of doing them in a carousel, which, you guys, a carousel feed is a feed that has like up to 10 pictures in one post. Some of these I had multiple, but some of them it's like they're all good pictures, so I just put them out there. Okay, 6 pictures in 6 separate posts on is what I want to challenge you to do. Okay, and some of times you can do cute things like this where they actually spell things out. Like this was when we were on quarantine and we were telling everybody we miss you so very much, and everybody wrote one of their signs from their homes. And wasn't that a cute idea? These are the kind of ideas we share all the time in our membership group. So here's some things to keep in mind with your photos. Use a similar filter, and the brighter the better. Okay, just the brighter. And we're going to talk about, you know, we've talked about some advanced things. Sylvie, who I'm using as an example, actually did a skills session this fall on things she does with her Instagram page. Every month in our membership group, we do a skills session to help you get better. And we actually sometimes feature members to share their tips and tricks. And so Sylvie did a great job there. We're not going quite as deep in this challenge, but use a similar filter. Photos of students, photos of staff. It doesn't have to be a perfect grid view, but make sure the images fit square. Square is what it takes. Now, sometimes with pictures, you can be a little bit bigger, but you guys, if you have words, and I'm not a big fan of words on an Instagram grid because I'm going to show you some examples, but make sure the images do fit. Okay. So here's just some ideas. Like, you could literally tomorrow, if you are in school, you could go get your 6 photos. You could post them all in one day, or you could do one each day. You can schedule those out, right? So think of a kindergarten student, think of a student on technology, think of sports, think of a club or organization that you could take a picture of, think of a teacher, think of school spirit. These are easy ideas. And we have this list of 20 must-have photos from your school. No, you should use captions, Holly. You're always celebrating your school. So we want you to use captions. We want you to use hashtags of what you're learning. But my point is, we want you to get good content out there on the grid. Okay, here's some 20 must-have photos that would, but your bus drivers, oh my gosh, so that'll get so much love. Kids outside for recess, obviously graduation day, if it hasn't happened yet, you can't take those pictures. I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. Okay, Christine, when you say Instagram grid, is that more than one photo in the photo? A carousel, what I want at the end of the day is I want you to have 6 of these squares filled up with new content on your Instagram channel. On your Instagram account, I want 6 new posts. They could be single pictures, or they could be multiple pictures. Multiple is a carousel over the 2 weeks. Yes, Amy. Time-wise, Emily, I would suggest that you would spread those out, because then people have a chance of seeing those over the 2 weeks. But I'm not going to be so critical of saying it has to be one a day or one every other day. I'm not going to get that. I want you to do that. Now, what I would do is I would go out and take the pictures and then schedule them out through your Business Suite app. Okay, you can schedule those out on your Business Suite app. Does everybody have Business Suite on your phone? You should, because it makes your life so much easier. Libby, to up some of your data, you know, we try to post at least a couple new things each week. If you do post daily, yes, you're going to reach more people. You should drive more engagement that way. And also with trying some of these new things with Instagram stories and Instagram reels. Okay. So 6 posts to your feed. I don't love a lot of text on your graphics. This is from my own page. We did new staff members at the beginning of the school year. And because it was easier, I just shared the same image that I shared on Facebook onto Instagram. I don't feel like that looks as good. It's a lot of text, and I think it would be better. I could still do the new staff member features, but instead of the picture on the image with words, I could just have the picture. And then in the description, in the caption, it could explain. Okay. And then look at this. This is my older page when I was doing a lot of the Motivational Monday type posts. You guys, there's so many fonts and styles and all of this going on. It's just noisy. So to me, focus on the pictures. Does that make sense to everybody? Who agrees with me? Like, I think that, you know, that other page that I showed you looks better than these pages look better than this page. Yeah. So that's what I think. So yes, yeah, and enforcing the brand colors and text through graphics is fine, but do it sparingly. Some people do a hue of the school color over some pictures, which looks nice. There's a lot of examples, and you guys, if you have examples, you're going to share them in the Facebook group, and we're going to learn from each other. Okay. Todd, you have to do it individually. When you archive photos, you got to do it individually. Fonts are more for Facebook. Yes, Mel, but even with Facebook, you guys keep it simple. Like in some cases, we don't need to get so much words on text. Sometimes they don't reach as many people actually, even on Facebook. So, all right, guys, we're on the home stretch. We're 6 through 10. I told you it was going to go over, and I'm really, really sorry, but we're getting through all of this today so that you feel equipped to get after this challenge and take action. All right. I got to make myself notes because I get ideas while we're going. Okay. IG stories. I am getting a sore throat because I'm talking so much, but it's all good. So what's an Instagram story? An Instagram story is vertical photos or videos. They're up to 15 seconds in length. So like a video, you can only do 15 seconds at a time. And stories disappear 24 hours after you post them. So instead of being displayed in the feed or on your page, they're displayed at the top of an active user's app when they're logged in, and they're tapped through to view. So many people, you guys, only look at stories. So see how it says your story, and then it's Pickwa City, Fall Creek, Kent City. So those are active stories that are up there that I could look at. And who sees your stories? This is really important. Your current followers are the ones that are going to see your stories. So if they're following you already. So stories is not a way to grow followers necessarily. Your current followers are going to see them. If somebody happens to share what you have, then you may grow. But your current followers see your stories. Each time you share a new story, you are bumped to the front of that line. So that is cool, isn't it? So there's some businesses, and I learned from them. You guys know Shalene Johnson? She has a Build Your Tribe podcast, and they talk a lot about Instagram. She has an awesome Instagram membership group. But anyways, she teaches all about Instagram. I mean, she's posting like 8 times a day on stories just to keep her to the front. I just can't keep up with that, and I doubt you can, but just think if you just shared 1 a day, you're going to at least stay in that line and have those up there for 24 hours. Make sense so far? Okay, who can you share? What can you share on stories? You can share photos. You can share videos. You can share polls like this example. Which of the Olympic event do you prefer? You know, snowboarding or skiing? People can vote and it's interactive and it builds engagement. You can use GIFs, stickers, text, music. You can do all of those things on stories. Okay. So you should think about stories as a great place for overflow content when you have too much to share and you just want to get them out, right? And you just want to share a bunch of stuff. You should think of it for in the moment updates. I used it this weekend for prom because we could just share in the moment stuff. Think of it for events, games, or behind the scenes, and then think about asking questions to your students to build engagement. Now, the easiest way for you to do a story is what I'm sharing with you right now. It's the airplane icon from your post that you share on your page. So when you click on a picture, just like you did when you had to go to archive a post, yes, Valonia, all of your last minute flyers, put them on stories. Put those things right on stories. Do not put them on your grid view. And guess what? If you're linked to Facebook, it automatically posts to stories on Facebook too. So that's really awesome. But that little, do you see that little paper airplane that I'm pointing to the left? You want to point to that. And then you're going to be able to add it to your story and it's going to pop the picture up. And then you can easily add it to your story. You can add words, you can add a sticker on top of it. Sometimes we add new post on there. And Jessica, it will guarantee to get you more views on your posts. So I want you guys to try this. This is your first challenge for the stories item. Again, post that new picture that you're going to share. That's awesome. And then once it's posted, you're going to hit the little paper airplane and you're going to share it on stories. And what I want to see is on your analytics for that post versus another one where you didn't post it on stories, which one saw more views? I bet it's the one you share in stories. Since it disappears every 24 hours, should you repost it later the next day? No, Stephanie, I wouldn't post up a new post in stories more than once. Does it make sense to share reels to stories? Yes, it does, Ashley. Yep, absolutely. I would share your reel to your story. All right. So you guys probably need more training on stories and we've got you covered because next week we're going to go over stories in detail. So if you are really nervous because you want to try out some of those polls and some of those, like how do you use stickers? What do you mean? Now you can use a link on your stickers, which you guys is awesome because now if you've got a sign up sheet for that new flyer, you can put the link right in there. So it's awesome. But here's some, this is a clickable blog. This is a podcast episode with Tova Tupper, who also did a detailed webinar available in our membership group. You guys, we have hundreds of trainings, kind of like this, on different topics available and waiting for you right now in our membership group, and Tova is one of them. I also have this blog that has all these short video tips on Instagram stories for you. Okay, so if you want to get started before next week on stories, you're going to go to these resources. All right. So that's awesome. So yes, our IG story time together, it's story time. It's IG story time, Tuesday, April 19th, 2 p.m. Eastern. So that's next Tuesday. There's the password and login. We're going to get that to you. I also set up some events in Facebook to help remind you. Awesome. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now, how about saving stories to highlights? So you're going to have to do a story that's worthy of sharing in your saving in your highlights to complete this challenge. So stories only live for 24 hours. However, Instagram created this thing called highlights, which you can see are beautifully branded here for the International Christian School in Budapest, St. Louis Park, Arizona Lutheran. They're all beautifully, and we're going to show you how to do this, guys, next Tuesday. Okay, and I've got a little bit of things for you now, but they allow you to keep your story for longer than 24 hours. And by the way, if it's past the 24 hours, like they already disappeared, it's okay because you can go back in your archives and you can look at all your stories and you can add them to a highlight after the fact, after they've disappeared. Okay. Yeah, Jen, woo, Arizona Lutheran. You're doing fun things with reels too. So that's a good page to look at. All right. So how do you add IG stories to highlights? This is a video tip for you. Okay. And what it's going to do is it's going to look like the one on the right. Not fancy until you actually add a cover image, which that's really easy to do too. But you guys, this is clickable in the slides. So you got an access to these slides. You're going to be able to watch that video, but I don't have enough time to show it to you right now. You're going to look at that if you need it. Think about the areas that you want people to be able to look at later. Arts and music, sports, kindergarten, right? You've got a lot of parents, young parents watching that page. Wouldn't it be nice to have a highlight right at the top that talks about your kindergarten program? College and career readiness. Now, you have to get creative because you can only use so many characters to describe, like opening day or quarantine. You see how it says ... like it's a very short, but think of what you want to create. Oh, here's how you go into your archive. So you hamburger menu, archive, and then just click up there. You got your stories, your posts, or your live archive, and you can do those there, and then you can add them to highlights. This is basically what it looks like. To add something to a highlight, you just hit the highlight button, and then it's going to ask you which highlight you want to add to it, or if you want to create a new highlight. Okay. Yeah, you do have, like Brian said, the only unfortunate thing is you have to click through all the past ones, oldest to newest. However, Brian, you can always remove stuff off of a highlight if you get newer stuff. So if you get sick of the older stuff, just get rid of that. You can remove it at any time. Okay. And Dawn, I agree. You got old highlights. Archive those old highlights. You guys, you don't have to keep them. I just did that on my page. And so I've got my pages here, New Auburn's page. Again, I'm not perfect, guys, but this is my page. I got mega reach because I got all these fun little reels. But these are my highlights, and not too long ago I went and cleared out a whole bunch of old ones that we really didn't care about anymore. And that was another good use of my time because I got those cleared out. Okay. How to customize your Instagram story highlight image. You guys, Canva. Is Canva your best friend? Yeah. So they've actually got, under templates, they've got Instagram story templates. Look at all of these, you guys. And then you go in and you can customize these to your colors, and then, save them onto your phone, and then you can upload them easily. Okay. So that's awesome. All right. We're getting to the home stretch. IG videos. IG videos are, it used to be called IGTV. Now they just don't call it IGTV, but videos still work. Now, stories and reels are more flashy, and that's where you can put videos, especially everybody wants short, ultimately, even though some people like to make longer videos. But listen, you can still get great traction with regular feed videos. Anything you want to know about video length is in that link. Okay. It can be up to an hour long, I'm telling you. But just so you know, that's there for your reference. Any post that shows up, see how that has that little play button? That was a video. I did that in regular landscape mode, and it works just fine. You can do vertical video or horizontal video there, and people can watch that video. We just had a referendum, so we had some videos that we wanted to share. Again, you can go on to my New Auburn page and check out some of those. But that's video. And so one of your challenges, in addition to all these other things to try, is just upload a video right into Instagram. Okay. Does square video get better engagement on Instagram? Great question, Jay. I'm not sure. I wouldn't overly worry about it. Your followers, that's who's the videos are going to reach, are your followers. And so it's more about what is the content than maybe anything else. And then you want high quality uploads, Libby is sharing. So thank you for sharing that, Libby. That is really good. Libby just gave us such a nice thing. Libby, I'm sending you a book. I'm trying to write down all these winners here, and I hope I don't ever miss any. Hey guys, nobody cheat and say that I forgot you, but if you ever don't get a reach out from me for an address, you're going to let me know. Okay. They go to videos by default. Yes, Stephanie, they do go into your video spot on your page. See how mine says videos right here? So they go there by default, and then they also show up in your news feed. Okay. So that's good. Do slideshows of photos set to music count as a video? Yeah, it counts as a video. I mean, but I would, Kara, I would much rather have you do that in Reels. You're going to reach thousands of people if you do it on Reels with just photos to video, or photos with music. I would do in Reels. You're going to reach way more people. Okay. All right. IG Reels. Is everybody freaking out? Okay. IG Reels. Where would you recommend a video of a building update? Great. You could do that in Reels. You could do it in video, but we're going to give you a bunch of examples. Okay. Reels is TikTok for Instagram. You guys know all the short trending little videos, and maybe you're thinking of the dances. It's not just that. Okay. This blog is what you need to read. This is what will help you, because there's a bunch of examples of some Reels, and then you're going to join me on Thursday for training, because I'm going to walk you step by step how to create Reels. It is not that hard. You guys, I am 44 years old. I think I do catch on pretty fast, but I'm not as cool as I think I am. As my kids should think I'm cooler, but they don't. But I learned this, and it is fun. It is so fun once you actually do it. And so your first lesson, though, is really to start watching Reels. Watch what other people are doing. Watch what these schools are doing specifically. And this article is linked. Okay. So let me just, here it is, right. There's the article. That don't look at it right now, because I want you to stay focused. But that's the thing. So look at this reach, you guys. I only have 700. I don't even have 800 followers. Little videos from Fayed that are like 2 seconds long. Honestly, they are 2 seconds long. I can put some music to them. Music is all included in Instagram Reels, copyright free. You do not have to worry about infringement. The biggest thing you have to worry about is, does this song say something in English or another language that is totally inappropriate for a school? That's the one thing you need to worry about. But yes, and everybody in my membership group has already had Reels training, because we did that a few months ago. But look at that, 20,000 people, 3,600 people. And then some of the videos like Homecoming that I spent a bunch of time on only reached 718. So it's frustrating. Now, music, you have to know that you're going to get the complete book open to you if you are in creator mode and not business or professional account. So you might have to do this. So I'll openly admit I never watch a Reels training, because I've never used it. Okay, Jessica, I'm glad that you're here. There is not a list of clean music for schools, but you guys listen to it. I like to type in, like that 30-point buck, because it was deer hunting, and deer hunting's huge up here. So I got the 30-point buck on, I could just Google that, or not Google it, but search it in Reels, and it came right up. So that's important. So what are Reels? It's a feature within Instagram, short videos, 1 second to 60 seconds in length right now. TikTok is rolling up. TikTok allows you it up 3 minutes. So I'm assuming Instagram Reels will eventually be up to 3 minutes. And then they're even giving some people up to 10 minutes, but that's select accounts. But yes, follow other pages and get ideas. Okay, so an Instagram Reel can be one shot, like one video, or it can be a series of video and photos or photos. So along with captions, music, stickers. If you understand stories, the feel kind of an Instagram Reel is similar to stories. Like, you can add the stickers, you can't add a link. So that's not the best, but and then you want it in vertical format. So if you're videotaping something that you intend to share on Instagram Reels, your phone should be this way, not this way. It'll work, but it won't fill the full screen. So you want to be filming this way. Haley wants to be as cool as Katie. I love that. So that's a little bit about reels. And then you can only produce reels on mobile, but you can upload from your camera roll. Meaning if you want to get the editing just right, you can do it in another form on your computer and move it to your phone and then upload it on your camera roll on your phone. But the only way that you can like actually upload the reel is through your phone. Now, you guys know, and I hope you know that on Instagram, you now can post on desktop. Okay, so that's possible. But anyways, we'll go into more of that if you guys have questions. Why use reels? Meta, Facebook, right? But Facebook owns Meta and WhatsApp and all of the other channels. So Meta is favoring reels. They are fighting against TikTok. They want you to watch reels. And of course, you know, reels is even on Facebook now, right? So we need to embrace this. We need to try it. And you are going to try this in this challenge. You're going to be able to reach a broader audience beyond your followers. It's the one way to reach more people that will essentially help you possibly to grow your following. So you're going to I've 10x'd my reach on Instagram because I'm using reels. You can reach students, okay? Reach them where they're at. And you can 10x your reach and impressions. You can grab followers, and you can tell your story in really unique ways. Now, the next set, the final challenge is to involve students. And so I want to tell you that if this still freaks you out and you still feel overwhelmed and you still, even after the training on Thursday, still feel like you don't know what you're doing, get students involved and ask them to help you, and they will help you, and you'll create your first reel, and we're going to see what happens. Okay. So that detailed training is on Thursday. We do have some pages to check out. So you can check out New Auburn's page. You can check out Allentown. You can check out Weston. The great thing is that when you check out these pages, you actually can see how many people each of these reels reached. You guys, success leaves clues, right? This data leaves clues. So, you know, take a look at some of these that reached a lot of people and see if there's something similar to that that you could do from your school. Okay, everybody good? Okay, we're feeling great. There's also a list that we created. It's a new download, and this is clickable. It'll take you right to it. 25 ideas for reels. Maybe you take this sheet to your students and say, help me do one of these things this week. Okay, I in this next 2 weeks, I need to do this for a reel, and I bet they'll come up with a great idea. Okay. And there's also an interview with Melissa Reese. Melissa and I are actually presenting at the National School of Public Relations Association seminar this summer in Chicago. Hope you can come because we're doing a couple things. But Melissa is actually going to be presenting with me, or I'm presenting with her because she's a rock star. But this is a podcast. You guys, are you subscribed to my podcast yet? You should be. Every week I interview somebody awesome. And anyways, this will also talk you through Instagram Reels and how to do it if you want some more information. Okay. And then finally, and I said it was going to probably be an hour and a half, and we're 2 minutes from that. Student and staff takeover. Okay. You don't have to do it alone. Takeovers actually help draw more of an audience because it's a unique perspective. Believe me, if students are doing it, they're going to tell their friends. You're going to announce it. Hey, the student council is taking over Instagram. And whether they're going to do stories or reels or posts on your page, give them a little bit of guidance and watch them go. Okay. You got to trust them. They do need to sign in with the username and password. Unless you have a secondary app like my friends at Class Intercom, where you can easily give them access through that app, and then you get to approve something before it actually posts. Very affordable program, by the way, as well, but they do need to sign in with the username and password. You got to provide direction, got to provide precautions, but ultimately you got to trust them. And there's some people that are sharing, they've got some student teams, they do weekly check-ins. By the way, we do provide some resources. And if you have a student intern, they can be part of this whole challenge. Get them in the Facebook group. They're going to have awesome ideas that they can share with the rest of us. And if you're a student that's watching this, thank you. Thank you for joining us. We're excited to learn from you. Don't laugh at some of the questions we have because, we weren't born with a cell phone in our hand. Okay. I didn't have a cell phone until I was like 25 years old, which my girls just cannot believe. But anyways, we've got a blog on student takeovers and student contributors. It has a little game plan in there. You can click on that. And then we've got some Instagram story tip sheets, and that looks really blurry, but when you click on it, it takes you to the nice version. Okay. And that'll give you some nice guidance. Holy cow. All right. I am going to, okay. So you guys, this is the first one. You're going to get an email with this recording. I am updating that sheet. You guys, this sheet is going to be the one that you're going to continue to have access to. As soon as I get this video uploaded, it's going to be, a link is going to be right there. Okay, it's going to take you to YouTube and you're going to be able to watch this. This also has some of the things that I linked to in the slides, although all the slides are there as well. Kim, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, take a deep breath. What are some easy things you can do, Kim? Analytics, your bio and your link in bio, and how are you going to add followers? That's 3 of the 8 things that you need to do in these 2 weeks. Okay, so don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have to do this all at once. Come back, watch one little section, and then do that. And then come back and watch a little section, and then do that. So we can archive. Archive's super easy too and kind of fun. If your spouse likes to watch a certain show that you don't like to watch, not that I advise doing this on off time, but hey, if you're in line for a prescription at Target, you can just archive things as you go. So I'm proud of you guys that are taking action. Please don't feel overwhelmed. I wanted to get you all of this right up front so that then it's not a surprise every morning when you have to say, you got to get this done today. And then life happens and there's a, fire over at this building. I hope not, but, and an emergency here and whatever, that then you can't focus on this. So that was my intent. So, and don't forget the Facebook group is here to support you. Okay. So, I want you to make sure that you are participating there because you're going to get chances to win. And then I will be doing probably some pop-up trainings and Zoom sessions when I see frequently asked questions that I'm not going to necessarily answer in the reels or the Instagram stories stuff. I may be adding a few as we go. Jeannie, I'm so glad you love this format. This format fires me up because I didn't have to be quite as do all the videos ahead of time and all of that. So that was really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording for a second.